Hey guys, welcome to Ollie Talks Airsoft. Today we're going to be going over what your first day of airsoft is going to look like, and let's get straight into it. So us airsofters are used to a pretty early start. Most of the time gates will open for a site between sort of 8 and 9 in the morning. It can be as early as 7:30, so you're going to have to factor in the time of getting up, having some breakfast, and actually your travel time to the site. So once you've got in and parked up, make sure that you've got a spare set of clothes, leave those in the car if you can, put on your boots ready for the day, and head off to the safe zone. So once you get into the safe zone, you'll be asked to sign in. This is signing an insurance waiver, so that you're saying that you're going to be following the rules set down by the site, and it will cover you for the insurance if there's any injuries or any accidents that happen. I will just say this, when you go out, don't forget you are responsible for not only your own safety but the safety of everyone else on the site, and equally everyone else on the site is responsible for your safety. So airsoft is a game of honour and it's a game of mutual respect, so try and be respectful of the other players and be respectful of their kit as well, because some of it can be quite expensive. So that being said, once you've signed in, the marshal will take you to one side and they will show you your rental kit. They'll show you how the gun works, they'll show you how it loads, they'll show you how to take the magazine out, and they'll show you basically what to do if something goes wrong in the very basic sense. Most of the time, if something goes wrong with your gun, the best thing to do is put your arm up, call yourself out as a dead player, go and find a marshal, and they will be able to fix your kit for you, or they'll replace it with something that works. So at the start of the day, when we get to about 9 o'clock, they will say for all the regular players to do a chrono. You most likely won't have to do this, but what they're doing here is they're just ensuring that everyone else's guns on the site are shooting within the legal limit. So for the UK, that's going to be about 350 feet per second with a .2 gram BB, and for a bolt action sniper up to about 500 feet per second with a .2 gram. Anyone that comes back from the chrono saying that their gun was hot, that gun will not be able to be used for the day. So it's very much trying to keep things within the safety limits. You'll then have your the marshal, usually the head marshal, will give the safety briefing for the day, explaining the rules. Make sure you pay attention to the rules because they do vary from site to site, and there may be certain minimum engagement distances that you have to deal with. It's unlikely that there will be a minimum engagement distance for an AEG, but just bear in mind that full auto fire and overshooting is not a very nice thing. It can be painful if you get, if someone shoots you fully automatic very close up, so just be aware of that. So after you've had your safety briefing, they will normally line everyone up and you'll get assigned a team, and you'll either be given an armband or you won't be given an armband, or it could be different colours, but essentially you'll have your first teams assigned to you. You'll then put your face protection on and you'll walk out onto the field for your first game. You will normally go and find a marshal out on the field, or you'll be instructed, red teamer, to go here. There will be some more experienced players on the field who will know where the locations are. They might say, oh, go to the sand pit, go to the Humvee. You're thinking to yourself, well, I've got no idea where those things are. Well, don't worry, just follow the other players with the same colour armbands and they'll take you there. So then your first game's going to start. They'll call game on. This is usually a bit of a shakedown of your kit. This is for you to get used to handling the gun. So this might be the first time that you've ever shot an airsoft gun. So the range on it should be a sort of 40 metres or so. If you're not getting that kind of range, maybe, as I said before, go and call yourself out, go speak to a marshal. They'll be able to set you, help you to set the hop up on your gun so that you can get the best range and accuracy. So after you've completed your first game, they'll call game over. At this point, you should take the magazine out of your gun and fire a couple of shots into the ground, and then you'll be walking back towards the safe zone. So keep your face protection on and your eye protection on all the way until you reach the safe zone, walk through the doors into the safe zone, and at this point you can take your eye protection off. Now, it's actually up to you whether you choose to take your eye protection off at this point. All of the guns should have been fired until they dry fire. Every so often they don't, so it's actually not a bad idea to keep your eye protection on in the safe zone. If you're at all worried about it, then keep your eye protection on. There is actually an advantage to doing it if you have Perspex lenses or something like that. keeping those lenses at your body temperature will actually still help to stop them from fogging up. So there is actually advantage to that, and you'll sometimes see more experienced players put their goggles just onto their head to make sure that they kind of maintain that temperature. So you're then going to go out for your next few games. It may be worth asking the marshals how long you're going to be going out for. So you might want to consider taking some BBs with you, or maybe a bottle of water if you're going to be going out for maybe a couple of games at a time. Or if they say it's just going to be 20-minute games, you might then be okay just to go out with the kit that you've got and leave everything else back in the safe zone. So, as we said, the safe zone is the one sacred place, and when you come back on your lunch break, this is going to be your longest period of being in the safe zone with all the other players and all the other kit. So you'll probably look around and you'll probably notice that everyone else's kit looks a little bit better than what you've got with your rental gun. So go and ask them about it. This is probably one of the most important parts of the day for you. You get to go and talk to players about their kit. Don't ever go and pick up someone else's gun without permission. So, and also when you do pick someone's gun up in the safe zone with their permission, don't pull the trigger. Do not ever dry fire guns in the safe zone. It will probably happen when you go there, and you will see the response from every other player going, "Whoa, what the..." Don't do it. Just try and keep your finger off the trigger unless you're actually going to be shooting, and that's only ever going to be out on the field with full eye protection and full face protection, preferably. So about 4:30, your day's going to end. Go back to the safe zone. You'll hand your gun back in, and you'll probably be covered head to toe in mud. So what you want to do is go back to your car, change back into your clean kit, get all of that dirty kit, put it in a bin bag, chuck it in the back of the car, and go to the pub. So this is, again, a bit like your lunch break. So airsoft is kind of like 70% social and 30% shooting. So when you go along and you actually want to play all of the games and you want to play the full day, you will be getting a full 5 or 6 hours of being out on the field, in games, shooting people, being shot, having a great time. But what lasts longer than that is talking about those experiences. So going to the pub and chatting with your friends, making new friends, seeing that actually when you go to the pub, about 20 minutes later, if you go to the closest pub to your site, about 20 minutes after, the marshals will probably come in and you can talk to them about it as well, and you can say, how was it from from their experience, and how were you as new players? They can always give you tips. They'll know the site. They're always really friendly. They want to encourage more people to come along, and I don't think I've ever met marshals that I've really not got on with. They're, you pay your money to have a great day, and the marshals are really the key to that. They will ensure that you have a good time. They will guide the games. If things throughout the day start to get one-sided, they can rebalance the teams. They're experienced, they're professionals. So listen to them, and it will really make the most of your first experience of airsoft. But hopefully you've enjoyed this, and it's given you an idea of what to expect on your first day. And yeah, look out for more videos coming up that are going to explain a few more little tips, tricks, and hints that some of the newer players don't know, but maybe should do. Okay, take care.